What if the web browser, the software we've used for more than 30 years, is about to become obsolete?
For more than 30 years, we've used the internet in almost exactly the same way.
Open a browser, type something, search, click, read, go back, search again. And when the answer becomes complicated, we open another tab, and another, and another. The browser gives us access to information, but we still have to find it, compare it, judge it, and decide what matters.
But artificial intelligence introduces another possibility. What if you don't browse at all?
Instead of giving the internet a search query, you give an AI an objective. It searches the web, reads the reviews, compares the specifications, checks the prices, finds the problems, and then it returns with the information that matters. 20 tabs become one answer. You didn't search, you didn't compare 10 websites, you barely browsed at all. The internet was still being browsed, just not by you.
But searching for information is only the first step. The real transformation begins when AI stops answering questions and starts completing objectives.
Planning a trip once meant flights, hotels, maps, reviews, weather, transportation, restaurants. Dozens of decisions scattered across dozens of websites.
What once required dozens of searches could become one instruction: plan the trip.
The AI doesn't simply find information. It connects the information, turns it into a plan, and presents the decisions that still require you.
And once research can be delegated, browsing begins to change from something we do into something we ask software to do for us.
And here's where things become strange. A machine doesn't necessarily need the internet to look like the internet we know. Since the web was designed for human eyes, menus, buttons, images, navigation bars, pages built to attract our attention.
But what happens when the visitor isn't really a person?
Now imagine millions of AI agents doing this continuously. Searching, comparing, reading, organizing. The internet was built as a place humans visit, but AI could turn it into something else. A network increasingly navigated by software, acting for humans. Think about why browser tabs exist. They help us keep multiple pieces of information open, because our minds need somewhere to put them.
One tab contains the product, another contains the review, another contains the competitor.
But an AI agent doesn't necessarily need 20 tabs. It can retrieve 20 sources, compare them, and give you the part that matters. A human may compare 5 sources. An AI can potentially examine far more, before reducing the complexity to something a human can actually use. The tab may not disappear overnight. It may simply become less important, until we barely notice when we stop using it. A future generation may look at dozens of open tabs the way we look at old filing cabinets. Useful, familiar, and strangely inefficient. And tabs may not be the only thing that changes. If AI can search for us, the search results page itself becomes less central. Search asks us to translate our intentions into queries. AI can potentially preserve the intention itself across an entire conversation.
And this creates a problem much larger than interface design. The modern web was built around something incredibly valuable: the click.
But if AI begins answering before we click, then the web doesn't simply get a new browser. Its entire economy begins to change. For decades, one of the most valuable positions on the internet has been the gateway between a question and an answer. A user searches, results appear, businesses compete for attention, people click, and money flows through the system. Traditional search gives you possibilities: 10 links, 20 links, sometimes hundreds, but the final comparison is still yours. But an AI system can potentially do something different. Instead of giving you a list of places to look, it can help compare what those places say. Compare the top 3 reviewed AeroPress models for me. And perhaps the most important change is what the user doesn't see. No search page.
The answer can arrive before the click. And if fewer questions require a visit to a website, something fundamental begins to change.
But answers don't appear from nowhere. Somewhere, a human researched the product, tested it, wrote about it, created the information the system depends on. And that creates one of the hardest questions of the AI web. If machines consume the information, but humans stop visiting the people who create it, who pays for the next piece of information? The web could adapt. New licensing models, new subscriptions, new relationships between AI systems and the people who create information. Generate a comparative analysis of leading cloud providers for our expansion strategy. It may be the agent.
Every era of computing has fought over the gateway, the browser, search, the smartphone, and now, perhaps, the AI agent.
The most powerful software may become the software closest to your intentions. The place where you say not where you want to go, but what you want to accomplish. A website knows the page you're visiting. A search engine knows the query you entered. But an agent may understand something more useful, the objective behind them. The next step is even bigger. The agent doesn't only tell you what it found. With permission, it begins acting on what you decide. For humans, the internet has always been somewhere we navigate. For an agent, it can become something closer to a tool. And suddenly, an enormous question appears. Who gets to stand between you and the internet? An agent has to filter. That's what makes it useful. But filtering also means choosing what reaches you and what doesn't. For decades, companies fought for shelf space, then search rankings, then screen space. In an agent economy, they may compete for something else. Businesses may begin designing information for two audiences: humans who want to understand the product, and machines that need to evaluate it. The modern internet competes for human attention. Click this, watch this, read this, stay longer. Imagine something strange. Your website still exists. Your information is still useful. People still depend on what you created. Every useful answer begins somewhere. Someone tests, researches, writes, films. It may take a human an entire day to create something useful. An AI can help summarize information from many such sources in seconds. For many questions, the most important interaction may become the one that never happens. The click. A visit isn't only a page view. It can become a subscriber, a customer, a supporter, a relationship. AI may not remove the final decision, but it could remove much of the journey that once led us there. If agents become important visitors, websites may adapt to them. Not only pages designed to be seen, but information designed to be understood by software.
If AI can summarize ordinary information, creators may need to become something harder to summarize, a trusted.
Organize a trip to Kyoto. The internet may not become smaller. It may become more important than ever. But there is another step beyond searching, beyond reading, beyond comparing. AI can begin acting. The agent can prepare the work, gather the options, organize the details, and bring the important decisions back to you. The important distinction is control. The machine can prepare, recommend, organize, but the human can still decide. One request can touch many parts of the internet, different services, different databases, different systems. To the user, it may feel like one conversation. The biggest change may not be the death of the browser. It may be the death of the workflow, the dozens of tiny digital steps between wanting something and getting it done. Shopping could change too. Instead of searching through products, you describe the problem, and the agent searches for solutions. And businesses face a new customer interface. They are still selling to people, but increasingly, a machine may perform the first comparison. Eventually, agents may do more than compare fixed options. With clear rules and permission on our behalf, tides humans. Now multiply this by millions. Agents speaking to services, services responding to agents. A growing share of the internet could become The browser probably won't disappear. Neither did books when television arrived. Neither did computers when smartphones appeared. Imagine a generation that never learns the internet the way we did. Explain the unified field theory. No endless search results. No dozens of tabs. For them, the natural first step may not be search. It may simply be ask. Search taught us to think in keywords. We are looking for a relaxing family beach trip under 3,000. Agents may allow us to think in intentions. Browsing may become a skill rather than a necessity. Something we can still do, but no longer something every digital task requires. But efficiency has a cost. Browsing isn't only how we find what we're looking for. Sometimes, it's how we find what we never knew to look for. A future AI may need to do more than find the fastest answer. It may also need to leave room for discovery. Every shortcut contains a choice. Which sources matter, which perspectives appear first, and which parts of the internet remain outside the answer. When AI stands between us and information, trust doesn't become less important. It becomes more important. Perhaps the browser doesn't die at all. Perhaps it simply moves backstage, still there when we need it. For more than 30 years, we learned how to navigate the internet. We learned where to click, what to search, how to open another tab when one answer wasn't enough. If the browser stops being the center of our digital lives,
I'm researching sustainable energy systems for my home, comparing options.
what replaces it? Perhaps it isn't another app. Perhaps it becomes an intelligent layer between human intention and the digital world. Organize my schedule, compare transport, summarize documents, and prepare a shopping comparison. Today, we choose the software, open the browser, open the map, open the store, open the calendar. The history of computing has often moved in one direction. More complexity underneath, less complexity in front of us. The browser itself may survive everywhere, just not where we can see it. A hidden engine, operating the old web for a new kind of user. The most powerful interface of the future may look almost empty, because the complexity hasn't disappeared, it has moved somewhere else. But convenience creates dependence, and when one interface becomes the easiest path to everything, knowing how to look behind it may become more important than ever to bridges. And this may become one of the most important technology battles of the next decade. Not who controls the browser, who controls the layer.
The internet doesn't disappear. The websites remain. The creators remain. The businesses remain. The information remains.
What is the internet?
Show me the world.
The age of browsing may not end with a shutdown. It may end with a question.
How long is the commute today? What comes after the browser may not feel revolutionary. It may simply feel normal.
For most of internet history, we went looking for information. The agentic internet reverses the relationship.
I need some suitable travel options for my upcoming trip. To humans, the web has always been an interface. To agents, it may increasingly become infrastructure.
The future web may serve two audiences: people who want an experience, and machines that need reliable information.
Businesses may still sell to humans, but the first customer they meet could increasingly be software representing one.
For years, businesses learned how to become visible to search engines. The next challenge may be different. How do you become understandings? When machines help make comparisons, reputation must become legible to machines, not just popularity. The next platform war may be a battle for one position: the default agent, the intelligence people trust before they reach the rest of the internet. Defaults matter because convenience becomes habit, and habit becomes infrastructure. If one agent becomes the place where we begin, its choices can. First web asked us to follow links. Search asked us to describe what we were looking for. The browser gave us tabs, so we could navigate more of the world at once.